Alright guys, what is going on, and welcome back to your Winnipeg Jets Legend B AGM mode. So we started year number 5 here, and we're kind of off to a slow start. And in the last episode I asked you guys any suggestions on the team. You know, what do we have to do here, because this start is not acceptable. Although it's only the first month, I'm not going to start freaking out quite yet. There's been quite a few comments, people that were noticing some pretty big holes in my team, saying you got to get rid of Austin Watson, you got to get someone with way better face-offs, better discipline. I mean, he's a decent fourth liner, but I mean, a -6 throughout the first 10 games, not really ideal. And as well as getting some more defensive defensemen, because we only have one. Yes, we have a lot of two-way and offensive, so that could be a big issue. I was looking at players like Mark Stahl. He's like pretty high overall, and he is a defensive defenseman. I believe his like defensive category is just ridiculous. So we could probably look at him, maybe trade Tyler Myers, who we don't really need. He's kind of just an extra, but I feel like if we had a really good defensive defenseman to hold our defensive core down, obviously we'll have Morrissey and Trouba, but then we'll have, say for example, we could have D'Angelo, and then we could have like a really defensive defenseman, much like Mark Stahl, and then right here we could bring up Milosh. So it looks like Tyler Myers is going to be the odd man out. We're probably going to have to put Dustin Byfuglien on the third line. You're saying, well, why not just trade Dustin Byfuglien? And I can't do that. We have to let Dustin Byfuglien retire as a Jet. And people are saying, why not just trade a big Dustin Byfuglien? He's our captain. He's been so clutch. Yes, he's 33 years old, but he's been so good. And I mean, 43 points last year, plus 28. He's our captain, guys. He's a beast. Plus, I mean, this year, obviously, he's not playing that great, but no one really is. I mean, we're only 9 games in. But that leaves me to the goaltending controversy. What do I do with James Reimer? I'm in the same position I am with Reimer that I am with big Dustin Byfuglien. I don't want to trade Reimer. Reimer's done so much for us, and he's been an absolute tank. Look at this, under 20 losses in the past 2 seasons and basically 80 wins. Like, it's just ridiculous. And Eric Comrie is the young stud coming up. We've tried to start him in the first 7 games here, but he's 3-4, may just be a little bit nervous, so I'm not going to trade a goaltender quite yet. We're going to roll with Comrie, but I will not hesitate to put James Reimer in there. But I do want to get our defenseman situation sorted out, because Milosh absolutely has to play in the NHL. There is no question about it. He has to play. He's a top 6. He was our, he was our 5th overall pick. So the guy has to play, and he's got to play right now. And I want to play him with someone like Alexiak, because he is a very offensive defenseman. So I would like to play him right here, and then either have Stahl. See, then Byfuglien has to go. Byfuglien's got to go, man. Even though I really don't want to trade, or we could trade D'Angelo, but D'Angelo is, he could be something sick. He's having an unreal year right now. I am honestly so torn on what to do. Myers is for sure gone. Consider him gone, but Dustin Byfuglien, man, I don't know what to do. I don't want to trade Big Buff, but I don't really want to trade Alexiak either. Alexiak is just an absolute machine, and I think if I want to get Mark Stahl and play Milosh, we're probably going to have to deal Myers or one of either D'Angelo or Dustin Byfuglien. I don't want to trade Alexiak, like I just mentioned, but I don't want to trade Dustin Byfuglien either. And then you got to think to yourself, well, who's more important to your team? Alexiak's a lot younger, he's bigger, he's got more, basically everything than big Dustin Byfuglien has, but Byfuglien is the captain. He's been here, he deserves to stay here. I don't just want to, throw him away. I'll look at our trading, partners here. I'll look what we can do, but I'm going to have a look at Mark Stahl. I think he's the guy that I want to go after. I just honestly don't know what to do. There's a couple other comments telling me to go to San Jose and look at a player like Mark-Edward Vlasic. His defensive category he's basically Mark Stahl, but a lot better. Not in terms of, maybe offensive stats, but his defensive stats they're looking pretty good. 90 defensive awareness, where you look at Mark Stahl, we'll go all the way over to New York here. and you look at Mark Stahl, he's a little bit cheaper in the trade sense wise. He's not going to put up, the 35, 40 points that Mark-Edward Vlasic would, but that's not a problem because we are filled with offensive defensemen. So I think Mark Stahl is the guy. He is the perfect fit to what we need. If we're going to play him alongside a player like D'Angelo, I mean, I couldn't think of a better player to put alongside D'Angelo. He's got a $5.5 million cap hit, but that's okay because if we decide to offload, where is he? Byfuglien's dropped, man. He's dropped so much. I don't want to trade Buff. I honestly don't, but I think we have no other options because I want to keep Alexiak. If we give you Byfuglien and like a pick, will that go through? Oh, no, that's definitely not going to go through. I have to give you like Byfuglien and Tyler Myers. I forgot about that. We got to give Myers and Dustin Byfuglien up because coming up, we are obviously going to have Mark Stahl and we got Milosh. So these two guys kind of have to go. Maybe we could kill two birds with one stone here. Maybe get like a fourth line centerman if they have anybody available. And it looks like they have obviously Messier. I want to go to centerman. Centerman right here. Mark Messier, no. Derek Stepan, no. Brassard, kind of too good for the fourth line. And obviously JT Miller, he's pretty good as well. I feel like I'd be wasting him on the fourth line. But other than that, I guess Ryan White, is he much more of an upgrade? He's 80 faceoffs. He's not bad, but I mean, I kind of just rather have Austin Watson here. But could I squeeze like a pick as well? I'm probably not going to get a first. I probably won't get a first round pick. We could honestly try a first and like I need to get some cap. I'll have to take this Beach guy. No, I gotta get some more cap. 1.2, that's what I'll probably do it. Keaton Ellerby. We can just either trade him for like a fourth round pick or whatever. But Mark Stahl a first and Ellerby, that's not gonna go through. That's ridiculous. Maybe Stahl, that's not gonna go through at all. I might be able to squeeze like a second out of this trade. If I get a second out of this, I will be pretty happy. But honestly, I don't want to trade Dustin Byfuglien. That's the thing. It's either Byfuglien goes or Alexiak goes. They have identical trade value, pretty much, obviously. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much identical. Basically the same cap hit. Byfuglien's got the better overall, but he is like 8 years older, Honestly, I think it's time for Big Buff to go. I would love to keep him. I know there's going to be comments, you have no loyalty to your players, blah, 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 but I'm being loyal right now in the sense that I want to, I'm loyal to the team. I'm not loyal to one player. He's having not the hottest start to the year at all. 0 points, -9. The crowd's kind of getting on him. I think we're going to have to trade Big Dustin Byfuglien. And the same thing with Mark Stahl. He's been with New York since 2005, and he's -22 last year, 0 points this year. So the crowd in New York, in MSG, they're needing a big change, and they're obviously going to get Myers and Dustin Byfuglien. We're going to get a second and Keaton Ellerby. Is there anyone else I can squeeze? I feel like I'm getting ripped off here, but I've honestly looked around the NHL, and this is kind of the only deal that we have, unfortunately. Is there anyone else? Can I get like another young prospect? Look at this guy. Graham, 76, two-way forward. Could be a decent third liner. 5th round pick of Arizona. He's got decent skating. Defensive awareness is pretty good. I like him. If we could squeeze him in the deal, I would be happy. Get that other guy out of there. But Mark Stahl, a second, Keaton Ellerby and Graham for Myers and Byfuglien. You got to think, though, we're not just getting rid of Myers and Byfuglien just to make a trade. That's not it at all. Because if it was up to me, I'd keep Dustin Byfuglien till the end of the GM mode. But with the defensemen coming up and who we have to play, I mean, it's just time. The young guys are coming up. We're going to have Trouba, Morrissey. We're obviously going to have Mark Stahl and D'Angelo. And then we're going to have Alexiak and Milosh. So our defensive category is looking pretty sick. Unfortunately, now I'm just going to stop talking about it because I'm going to be so upset about it. But Big Buff, you got to go, buddy. Thank you for your services. We got to name a new captain in the next episode. I've thought this through a lot, and I've put a lot of thought and effort into this. Myers, I'm kind of all right with letting go. He's got the pretty big cap hit. Plus, we are relieving $4 million. I'm not sure if this will even go through. I might have to even get like a third round, but I want to get a draft pick out of this for sure. Will this one go through? Okay, not quite. So, can I add a third? third. I just want to get something else. Even though it looks good, I want to get something else. Maybe I'll try a second without this Graham guy. Whatever. Will this go through? Oh, too far off. Really? What about a third with Graham? Will that go through? Like, I feel like it's pretty much even. We're giving him two, top 4 defensemen when they're only giving up 1, but obviously the game doesn't really think like that. Graham, will that go through? A third round pick? Oh, too far off. I'm not sure if that's even going to work. I mean, just the third round pick, not even going to work there. I don't even want to make this deal go through now that I'm not going to get anything else. Like, Heaton Ellerby is going to be nothing. Fuck, this sucks. This really, really sucks. But Mark Stahl in a 4th. Wow, will this even go through Mark Stahl for the both of them? There we go. We did it. Mark Stahl. I didn't get a pick out of it. Whatever. We got it done. We wiped our hands clean. We had to get it done. Milosh has to play. It's a bittersweet trade is what it is. I didn't want to make it happen, but sometimes you just got to make do with what you have, and that was kind of the best of a shitty situation there. So Alexiak going down there, D'Angelo going to go down here, and then Morrissey getting the top 2 with Stahl and D'Angelo. So this Stahl strengthens our defensive core like crazy, obviously. 89 defensive awareness, decent discipline, really good shot checking, really good shot blocking, got a decent slap shot, skating's pretty good. He's a physical player. He's basically the ideal defensive defenseman that we need. So that being said, there's another comment I'll pop up on the screen right now. This guy wants Ehlers right there and Skapski on the right wing because Nikolai Ehlers, his potential, his progression is much more important than Skapski. So I'm going to keep Bjorkstrand on the 4th line there. He's going to hopefully progress, and maybe we'll have to make a move. I just hate trading players, but we have so many young players that it almost makes it like you have to. But goalies, I'm still going to run with James Reimer. I'm not going to cut my ties with him. In fact, we're going to give him the next start in the next game. Power play, I'll go ahead and do the power play. Morrissey, D'Angelo, Trouba, Stahl. That's actually pretty good right there. And then obviously the PK, I'll put Stahl. Should I put Stahl on the power play? You know what? I'm going to put Milosh here and then give Stahl all the power play minutes. He's gonna be getting a lot of minutes as it is, so I'm totally cool with giving him the PK. Alexiak, Milosh not getting the PK. We're gonna put Morrissey can't kill penalties. We'll give it to where are you, buddy? Jacob Trouba. No, he's already killing penalties. Morrissey kill a penalty there. 3-man PK, Stahl, Milosh, Watson, Scott Lawton. That's fine. That's the way it is. I made my deal. Now we've got to come up with a new captain. So vote in the comments down below who you think the captain should be. Should it be Timu? Should it be a young guy? Should it be someone like Josh Morrissey? Someone like Jay Money? Maybe come in, get the young captaincy. We've had young captains before. If you remember, in Anaheim, we had a player by the name of Blake Clark. Blake Clark was 21 years old. He was like 85 overall and had the captaincy, and he won us a couple of cups in Anaheim. So I'm not afraid to make Jay Money the captain. That's not a concern at all. But I'll give the other assistant captain to Jacob Trouba, Morrissey, and Solani. So we made the big move. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I know there's a lot of people who didn't want me to trade Big Dustin Buffin. I didn't even want to trade him. I didn't want to trade the guy, but it's something that we had to do, unfortunately. And it just came down to that. But let's see if our trade's going to pay off in the first game against LA here. Let's go. First period. 2-2. Lots of goals. Trouba, Bjorkstrand, Toffoli, and McEwen get goals for their respective teams. Period number 2. Okay, 2-2. Shots are pretty even. No goalie's giving up an inch. Reimer wants to prove himself that he's still the captain goalie of this captain goalie. That makes no sense. Bjorkstrand and Mark Scheifele both get goals there, but he wants to prove that he can still be the number 1 goalie for this team. Eric Comrie's on his tail. We're giving him some opportunities, but when Reimer plays like that, stops 26 pucks and gets us a big 2 points there that we definitely needed. That was huge. Bjorkstrand 2 points, Jay Money 2 points, Mark Scheifele 2 points. We could even give Mark Scheifele the captaincy. He's been here for a long time. He's an original player. He's been here since he's been drafted by these. He was drafted by the Winnipeg Jets. He's an OG. I'm not afraid to give a young guy the captain. I feel so bad for trading Dustin Byfuglien. I really do. But since the Byfuglien trade, we are 2-0. So that's not a bad start there. We're gonna keep it going here against the red hot Arizona Arizona Coyotes, and we win. They had a pretty good record. We come through and win. We're 3-0 now since our big move. Let's keep it going here. There you go, 4-0. There we go, boys. That is what I'm talking about. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe the defense really does, come in a big factor here. Maybe the defense having, a big defenseman there like Mark Stahl is really going to help us out and push us to the next level. Here we go here. Period number 1 against the Calgary Flames. 3-0. Milosh, that could be his first career NHL goal. Paul Correa and Bjorkstrand all get goals, and we come out so hot, douse the Flames 3-0 in the first period. But wait, Vancouver had this exact same lead a couple days ago in the playoffs, and they ended up losing like 7-4 or whatever it was. All right, let's go. Second period. All right, 3-0 still. Then we're not going to pull a Vancouver, hopefully, because I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Thomas Hertl gets another one, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Hertl, and we are holding it down 6-5, 4-3, 2, and Philip Forsberg gets another one, making it 5-0, and whoever was in net made a 26 save performance. Who was it? It was Eric Comrie. Okay, and that was Milosh's first career NHL goal. That is awesome that we got to watch that. That was great. Mark Stahl had a point as well, so that was just a really good game, and we are 5-0. 5-0 since our whole trade. 5 wins, 0 losses. That is awesome. That is kind of exactly what I wanted to happen, because if we were to go 0-5, there would have been some question marks in the comments from the assistant GMs. You guys would have not been happy about that. Make it 6-0 against the Sharks. I don't expect this run to last forever, and it does not. We end up losing there 3-1 against the Sharks. We beat Arizona last week. Let's come back with another one. 3-2. There you go. Philip Forsberg leading the way with 6 goals. Timu was sit with 12 helpers. We're doing all right. We're doing much better than the first month. Maybe we just had to get our feet planted. Our skates planted. We had to get things rolling, and we get a couple more victories there against the Hawks and against the Nashville Predators. Okay, this is a game that we definitely have to slow sim for sure. We have the New York Rangers in town. Dustin Byfuglien, Mark Stahl making their return. Actually, Dustin Byfuglien's making his return to Winnipeg. The MTS Center is giving him a standing O right now. Byfuglien. They knew the move had to happen, but they were just kind of upset about it. But let's go. No crying in hockey. First period. 0-0. Okay. Period number 2. 1-0. Jacob Trouba on the King. Henrik Lundqvist. There you go. Oh, Mark Messier. The Moose. Jay Money comes right back with a huge goal. Not even a minute after that one was scored. Jay Money making a run for the captaincy, making a run for the Big C, and Eric Comrie making 24 stops for the big victory. So I got to see who's actually starting more games. Is it Comrie? Is it James Reimer? Because if Comrie gets started, man, if Comrie goes off, I am not looking back to James Reimer. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted Comrie to go off. Reimer is 2-3, so he hasn't started much. It's definitely been Eric and Comrie. He's been the hot hand, and he's 11-4. So that, maybe it's time, guys. Maybe it is time. I want to have the loyalty thing. I really do. But then again, is trading Reimer completely necessary? He's got, 4 more years. We just signed him to a new deal, so I don't want to get rid of him quite yet. But, we have some goalies in the minors. We have Peyton Lee, who's definitely ready to be an NHL backup, and I want to give Keller some time to play. So maybe next episode or by the trade deadline, something like that, we got to end up trading one of the goalies. And if Eric Comrie keeps playing the way he is, I cannot see us trading Eric and Comrie. There's just no way. It doesn't make any sense for us to trade a young goalie who we know can be an NHL goalie. He just has to get his feet wet. He's not going to get any better by, riding the pines, sitting on the bench. He's not going to get any better by that. He has to play as many games as possible, although we had a 5-4 loss there. Let's come back with a big victory against the Coyotes. We've had their number all year. Come on. 4-2 win. There you go. But, I'm just trying to say, yes, I would have loved to keep Dustin Byfuglien, don't get me wrong. Comrie with another shutout. Look up Bjorkstrand. What the hell? 7 goals on the 4th line? Really? Wow, okay. But yeah, I would have loved to kept I would have loved to keep him. It's just we have the young players coming up and they have to play. I've already pretty much beat the whole thing to death. I just want to make sure you guys understand why he had to be moved. We end up losing our last game there, but all right, let's check out the statistics for month number 2. So check the standings here. We are currently number 2 in the Central Division, 2 points behind Nashville. We're doing pretty good. 31 points, though. I cannot complain at that. Tyler Seguin has 26 goals already, 36 points. That guy is just killing it. I do want to have a look at Mark Stahl. I want to have a look at some other players here. I want to see how good Bjorkstrand is doing so good on the 4th line. 7 goals already. I mean, that's nowhere compared to like Tyler Seguin, who's got like 26 or whatever. But let's check it out. He only has 1 helper. D'Angelo has more goals. D'Angelo is coming in to be a really solid NHL defenseman for us. Points-wise, Correa and Solani are both point-a-game players. Mark Scheifele a little bit behind. That's not a huge deal. Jay Money getting the top 2 minutes, and it is definitely showing right now. Plus 12, 19 points in 23 games. D'Angelo doing really good as well. Philip Forsberg has 14 points in 23 games. Palat, Hurdle, that second line could be doing a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain about that. Trouba, Bjorkstrand, Nikolai Ehlers. Where is Mark Stahl? Okay, so Stahl has 4 points since coming to our team. I think he played 9 games, so it's like 4 points in 12 games. It's not even that bad. I'm definitely okay with that. Milosh has the 2 points in 14 games. He's a +1. And Skapski, only 2 points for a 3rd-line sniper. Look at Scott Lawton, too. No goals. Something's wrong with that 3rd line, man. Something is definitely wrong. That 3rd line must be hurting because Skapski's not doing that well. But I mean, Nikolai Ehlers isn't doing terrible, but Skapski, I'm not too sure about Skapski, guys. I'm honestly not. Maybe, you know what, let's make this kind of a long one. Do we go 1 more month and I'll do a little test? This month is kind of a short one. We'll power through this month, and then I kind of want to check out, I want to just put him here. So we'll do a little bit of, we'll do a little tiny test here. So I'll say Skapski is what? 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. He's a -6 in 23 games, okay? And I'm going to put him on the 4th line, and I'm going to put Bjorkstrand up on the 3rd line, where he had success in the playoffs last year, where he has 7 goals, 1 assist for 8 points, and he's a +2 with 23 games played. So we're going to just get through 1 more month of simulation here, and then we will see what we can do. Maybe it's Scott Lawton that's the problem. He's got decent face-offs. I don't know what the issue would be. Maybe getting a new winger there will help out the whole situation, but we'll still sim the 1 in game, and then we'll just speed through this next month here. But first period, 1-0 Jay Money, maybe the future captain, maybe. Period number 2, 3-3. Okay, Mark Scheifele and Timu, Barbashev, Bullmeister, and Schwartz get 1 for them. Come on, Comrie. Come on, buddy. You got to hold it down here. I know we're going to get a goal. I can feel it. We're going to score 1 right here. It's going to be Timu Solani with 3 minutes left. Oh, no, Steen. Steen, you killer. You bastard. Oh, Steen ruins the party. We lose 4-3 there. Not a good start to this month. Hopefully this month doesn't just absolutely kill us, because we've been playing great of late, but I don't want this month to kill us. We're currently on a 2-game losing streak. Let's get some simulation done. Let's just go here. Let's start to kill it a little bit. Going into like December here, this is where you really got to turn it on. Yes, we have a really decent record, but we have to keep that up. We can't be losing tons of games here, and Eric Comrie is going to make sure of that. Steals a victory there, 4-3 out of Florida, going right next door to Tampa Bay, and we absolutely step on them 7-2. Paul Correa +15, leading the way with 10 goals, 7-2 against Stamkos and Jonathan Drouin. That is nuts. Up against the Bruins, 4-0. Yeah, Comrie is our starter. I'm saying it right now. There's no 2 ways about it. Comrie is our starting goalie, and whether we trade James Reimer or not, 7-1. We're clicking right now. We are just killing it on top of the world. Honestly, again, Comrie is the number 1 guy. Strap the number 1 on him. I don't even care. Comrie, number 1 goalie. I'm saying it right now. We might have to have a big goaltending change. Not even a goaltending change. Just maybe 5-0. Comrie, you're an absolute god. Like, yeah, he's the number 1 goalie. I'm not saying we're gonna trade Reimer, because that's not in my plans as of right yet. I'm gonna listen to my assistant GMs, because you guys are a very important part to this team. But 4-0 Comrie. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Okay, this is your like rookie year, okay? This is your rookie season. You don't have to turn it on this much. That's back-to-back shutouts and a 3-2 win in Vancouver, which is a hard arena to win in, up against the Anaheim Ducks. Come on, Korea, light it up. Ooh, we get stomped on 5-1. That's right, though. That's all good. I'm not going to freak out yet. We had an amazing month, and Comrie is obviously a huge reason to that. That was an OT loss, I'm pretty sure. Up against Tyler Seguin and the Dallas Stars. 96 overall. 33 goals already. Oh, my God. They are a hot team. Let's close them down here, guys. Come on, Stahl. This is why we got you. Hold it down. Oh, 3-1 loss. We cannot end the month on a 4-game losing streak after playing so good. Come on, guys. Let's go. First period. 2-1. There you go. Philip Forsberg and Timu. Ron Francis gets one there. Period number 2. Okay, still 2-1. All right. Both goal. Never. Oh, okay. We have James Reimer in. Okay. There you go. Timu Solani beats Cam Ward. Her second goal of the game. Come on, Reimer. I want to be able to put you in on games like this, and you can hold it down. Paul Correa gets another one, and James Reimer, although Comrie has definitely held the number one fort, he's definitely held the number one position over the past 2 months. There's no reason why I should not hesitate to put James Reimer in the cage. So thank you, Reimer, for the 2 points. I'll definitely take that. That doesn't really matter to us. Check out the team standings. So Nashville is running away with it, almost 10 points more than us. San Jose is 48. Yeah, they are killing it. Nashville is a team to watch in the West for sure. And then we beat a pretty good team there in Carolina who has 50 points. So I'm okay. I'm definitely okay with that. Goals, Tyler Seguin running away with it. 33 assists. Bobby Orr has 34 points. Obviously, Tyler Seguin, Alex Radulov. Look at all the legends up there. I love to see it. We got Radulov, Nolan, Beliveau, Orr. It's so nice to see. Goalies, we're number 3 in wins. We are not up there for goals against. Actually, we are. Sorry, we're up there for. So yeah, we're up there for both. In the top 10 for both goalie statistics. Like number 6 for save percentage and number 5 for goals against average. This guy, man, he is the bona fide starting goalie. No question about it. So let's quickly see if the experiment worked by putting Skapski on the third line and putting Skapski on the fourth and putting Bjorkstrand on the third line. Let's have a quick look here. So points-wise, Korea has had a really good month there, getting 40 points in 35 games. He is killing it right now. Timu, 37 and 35. I'm happy with that. Look at Mark Scheifele. He always seems to be only a 50-point guy, even though his overall says he should be like a 75 to 85 point guy. He's just not getting it done, and I don't understand why. He's got 2 of the best snipers in the game playing on his wings. He got 89 for passing. What's going on? I honestly do not know. We got our offensive defensemen are not afraid to jump in the rush now that we have Mark Stahl and Alexiak holding it down for the defensive positions, because Jay Money has 31 points and D'Angelo has 26. Oh my God, he's already surpassed his point total for last year. We're gonna have quite a tandem here, and we still have a player like Jacob Trouba, who's one of the best young defensemen in the game. Yeah, we're definitely set. Philip Forsberg doing great. Mark Scheifele, I just don't understand. Thomas Hertl doing pretty good. Palat doing okay, only 3 goals. I'd like to see about 10 on the board. That'd be kind of nice. Nikolai Ehlers right there. Bjorkstrand, so he only had 2 points in however many games that was, so maybe that didn't do any justice at all. And Skapski only had 2 points as well, so I don't know if it's Scott Laughton that's holding that line down. He's a +2, but is he affecting Nikolai Ehlers? Do we have to get rid of Scott Laughton? I like Laughton. I like the way he plays. He's big, tough. He's pretty big. He's pretty solid, right? I don't think he has to be moved, but I don't know what's going on. There is your rookie goalie, Eric Comrie. Maybe an early. He's already got 5 shutouts. Oh my God. Maybe Comrie is an early Calder Trophy starter. He could definitely make a run for it. Reimer is 6-3, no shutouts on him, but that's not terrible. I do want to check out one last thing. I know this episode's been kind of long, but I want to check out the Rangers, and I just want to see how the boys are doing. How Myers, how Dustin Byfuglien are doing there? Look at their defensive core. Keith, McDonough, Myers, Dustin Byfuglien. That's just sick. I mean, Big Dustin Byfuglien is still a minus player, 10 points. He's missing the MTS center, missing the crowd, and Tyler Myers doing pretty decent as well. But that is where I'm going to end off this one, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, let me know in the comments down below. And we need a new captain. Do we put it on Jay Money? Do we give it to someone like Timu? And what do we do about Mark Scheifele too? I mean, like, he should be getting it done. Like, his trade value is ridiculous. It's definitely up there. He should be getting it done. Like, he is a bona fide #1 player. Like, let's go look at some more #1 centers around the NHL. Like, there's no reason why Mark Scheifele should not be a point a game player. There's absolutely no reason. Look at Claude Giroux. He's got 33 points in 34 games. There is a #1 centerman. Would it be the worst thing in the world to have, Mark Scheifele on the second line? Would that really be a bad thing? I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you. Like Tavares, that is a #1 center in the NHL, no questions. I don't consider Mark Scheifele a #1 guy quite yet. I would love to get someone like Galchenyuk. Would be just money. He's a playmaker, right? 88. Could you imagine Galchenyuk with Solani? Like, we could easily trade that straight up. Like, add a couple picks, we could have Alex Galchenyuk. It's not a problem, but I don't want to get rid of Mark Scheifele because he should be good. We could go get Nugent Hopkins. Ooh, whoa. Let's actually think about this here. No, that would just be adding to their problem because Mark Scheifele, we're not trading him for Nugent Hopkins, even though we could. I would love to get the Nuge, and Mark Scheifele, I don't really want to say anything because I'm probably looking stupid right now, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for all of your comments, and let me know about the captaincy. Let me know just what to do about Mark Scheifele in general. Hold off on it, or do we pull a trigger right now on a huge blockbuster deal, even though I want to hold off on trading players. I'm just contradicting myself back and forth, but I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.